These are fighters loyal to warlord Khalifa Haftar, battling UN-backed government forces in eastern Libya. Haftar says the world should support him because he's a secular force the West can trust to fight terrorism. But many of the most powerful militias fighting for Haftar are considered by Western governments to be a threat to the future stability of Libya and the security of their own countries because of the ideology they embrace.
The big contradiction is in what Haftar tries to promote about himself and the evidence which is clear. His forces are comprised of Salafi jihadis. Their ideology scares many people. We have seen them storming mosques and forcing others to follow their version of Islam. They are in an open war against the moderates in Libya.
These are Madkhalis fighters saying that Haftar is God's chosen one. The Madkhalis follow what some analysts describe as an ultra-conservative sect with a jihadist ideology based in Saudi Arabia. This is a Saudi-based sheikh telling Madkhali fighters loyal to Haftar that their fight against the UN-backed government in Tripoli is a religious one. The government in Tripoli in western Libya says it wants to dissolve all militias fighting on its behalf and integrate them into a national army.
Haftar has far more Salafis fighting with him by thousands than the Western government does. So what he says and what's actually happening on the ground is quite different. The backbone of his Libyan troops, the strongest force, are Madkhalis Salafists who follow an obscure Saudi sheikh and have what some claim is a quietist philosophy, although this is an anomaly too for all the analysts, because what kind of quietist Salafist shoots at people every day?
This is General Haftar with one of his top commanders, Mahmoud al-Wafali. And this is al-Wafali killing prisoners in Benghazi. He is wanted by the International Criminal Court to face war crimes. After reportedly detaining al-Wafali for a few days, Haftar released him and promoted him to lieutenant colonel. In the near 6 years since warlord Khalifa Haftar launched his military operation to try and seize power here in Libya, rights groups such as Amnesty International have accused both sides of committing war crimes. Haftar describes himself as being a secular leader fighting terrorism, a leader the West can trust. But for the UN-backed government here in Tripoli, military analysts, and many people across this country, that simply isn't true. Stratford, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.